Hey Jane, how are you?
Hey, good, Sean, and yourself?
Good, thank you. Thank you for joining me today to talk about your experiences in the program and how things have been going since you joined.
Well, it's been a whirlwind, but on a good note.
Yes.
So, what I've been in the program 12 months.
Yeah,
Started early July last year. Um,
I'm quick.
yeah, and it's been phenomenal. I mean,
Oh,
those figures that I was posted the other day was like, holy
yeah, we will
tornado.
talk today. So, you should share a little bit about where you're from and what you do, Jane.
So my background's occupational therapy, but I've specialized into hand therapy and
Mm.
been a hand therapist, oh God, 25 plus years. I'm
Yeah,
not going to say the real time, but enough.
a while.
And I guess I've been working for companies both in public and private, and I was sort of just ticking over one day for myself, a
Yeah.
week in the area. And it just got to the point where I was like, why am I working for somebody else and making them the money?
Yes.
So I'd been in a sort of mentor program for a year prior,
Hmm.
but the focus was more on creatives.
Yeah.
And I just felt I wasn't getting the guidance regards finance, systems,
Yeah.
marketing. And so I'd been following you and kind of watching your posts probably
Mm.
for a good 6 months.
Yeah.
And I just went, nah, I really want to talk to this person.
Yeah.
So I think we had that conversation back in July,
Hmm.
and you explained the program. And then I joined. And then when I saw what was behind you in terms of the systems and the access to sessions and online sessions, I went, this is where I need to be.
Yeah. I love that.
And it has. I mean, I haven't been a regular in attendee,
Yes, you
but
have.
I,
You
but I jump in and jump out when I can, given my caseload.
You have been very consistent with showing up. Um, so talk to us about what things were like a bit more. So you were doing 1 day a week on your own. It was just you.
Yeah.
You had two other jobs. Is that right?
One other job,
Yeah.
which was an hour and 20-minute drive each
Yes.
direction from home. And
Yes.
I was doing that 3 to 4 days and myself one day.
And I remember you being like, Can I make this work so I can make what I'm making?" And I'm like, Jane, we're going to do more than that. And you were like, really?
Yeah, I know. It's sort of like having that faith in self and trust in self. And I'm like, I was looking at my boss going, well, if she can do it, why can't I do it?
Yes. And
You
then being
know?
surrounded by other women in the program who are doing it, I know, but hang on a second, if you're all doing it, then why can't I? Is the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And look, I think that really helps. And some days I'm in the thick of it and I'm like, I don't know which way is up. So sometimes I'll jump on and I'll go, hang on a second, their situation isn't as good as mine. Like, I like
Yeah,
hearing
yeah,
to other
yeah.
people's stories because
Mm.
it grounds you and gives you perspective
Yeah.
of where you're at too.
Yes, definitely.
You
And so
know.
it wasn't long before you brought your first hire, Holly, on. Was that September?
Yeah, that was scary as all whatever.
Yeah.
Because I was not from the fact that I couldn't deliver, but it was being responsible for that person
Yeah.
and their income,
Yes.
you know. And so there was a lot of not growing pains, but learning,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, learning on sort of all that HR stuff, salary and wages, systems, and
Yeah.
all of that. So, and I'm still learning,
Hmm.
but I feel like if I look back on this time last year, the business is completely different, and I'm a different person.
Mm. And one of the things we talk a lot about with people is like you could do this on your own for sure. The information's out there. But what the program and the community allows you to do is remove that trial and error. So if you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I need to do this thing and I don't know how to do that, rather than trying to figure it out or sitting on it because you're not sure how to move, you can jump on a call or ask the other ladies, and within a few days, you're like, cool, I know what I'm doing and I'm off and running.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know across other people's industries, but in my industry, everyone's very tight-lipped.
Hmm.
And I don't know if that's because they, don't want to share or they really flying by the seat of their pants and don't know the answers too.
You both.
So whereas I think this is good where I can go, oh, I'm sinking, guys. What am I doing here?
Yes,
And you'll
because
be like, hang on,
it really
focus.
is that we've built the program on this philosophy that rising tide lifts all boats. And one of the things I really see is that the ladies lift each other. And I know
Yeah.
you've experienced that, right? You come in and it's, I'm really struggling, ladies, and they're like, right, and they rally and you lift each other up and support each other.
And I think so. And I think, given that we're all allied health professionals, we're all like-minded,
Mhm.
and we all work and I think it is beautiful that we're all female, we're all allied health professionals, and it's a beautiful team.
It
And
is.
and as a working as a sole practitioner, you don't have that team really.
Yeah.
So
So let's talk about some of these results because you shared some results the other week that I was like, what now? We need to get Jane on to talk about this. So you're 12 months on from starting, and what has that looked like from the point of view of revenue growth? I know you're full time in the practice now.
no, no, I'm only 3 days a
Okay.
week.
Yeah.
3 days a week and still two away from home, but looking at reducing that. Um, I think for me right now, I need to pull back from my other job so I can spend more time building, building,
There you
building.
go. Yeah.
Um, I thought bringing on another clinician has opened up doors.
Hmm.
So the volume has doubled.
Yeah.
And I think a statistic that came out the other day was 170% growth in a year. And I
Right.
was like, holy dooly, is
I know
that
you
me?
haven't even gone into it full time yet. You're still only working
No,
part time in it.
yeah, yeah, I know. So, and I guess what's nice, and this was probably just recently, I'm thinking hand an apple in, hand an apple in, but as I had a conversation the other day, I can pivot.
Hmm.
And you guys have been supported in that pivoting and looking at, do I need to change the goalpost? Do I need to do this? Which has been really good as a sounding board.
Yeah.
Because in my heart, I'm going, this is what I want to do, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. And I think one of the big things with you, Jane, is that you're, not in your early 20s, let's say. Not
No, yeah.
not
Yeah. I know I look it,
you're
but
looking at your practice from a different lens, and it's like, how can this practice give me what I want? And we had a conversation recently where I was like, well, what does success look like to you? And you were like, well, it looks like retiring and traveling around the world. And we're like, right, so let's build the practice to give you that. And you're like, but can I do that? And we're like, of course
yeah,
you can. And I think that is the thing that I want to be different about this program is that there isn't one version of success. For one
yeah.
person, it might be build a team of 20 people and open two locations. For another, it's like build it super profitable so that I can sell it and retire in 3 years and take this amount of money out so I can go and live this lifestyle that I want.
Mhm.
Both are equally valid. And we're about helping you meet that goal, right? For your
Yeah.
version of success.
Yeah, exactly. And part of me goes, oh man, I wish I'd done this 10 years ago, but the timing wasn't right, And so for me, the timing's now.
Yes,
So
perfect.
I've just got to throw everything at it and be consistent and be clear I think, on my direction. And that's where you guys have been great for that, as a sounding board, and bounce ideas and the other ladies' support.
What would you say to someone thinking about joining?
I would say, without a doubt, do it. Like, because I think when I was like, where am I going to get that money from? Blah, blah, blah. But I think in doing it, the money has appeared and the growth has appeared. So I think if you are a small team or a sole trader just jump in, jump in and trust the process.
I love that. Thank you so much for your time today, Jane. I know people
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate watching these. Um, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Yeah, cheers, Sean. See you soon.
Bye.